home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with. To me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Hey, Lisa.
Throw on first down with Hurts. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. They want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play caller, you're advancing yourself, thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. Hurts. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Sanders. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. It's a room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, Wanda. Welcome.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hurts to throw. This is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, he's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Final play of the half. Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Gallup on the receiving end from Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for two here. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go, here we go. 60 by 6, 60 by 6.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Pollard going to try the right side, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing, Prescott. This pass complete to Pollard on the out route. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one goes for 36 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, he scored on the ground.
Description News, welcome.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But first down, Hurts. That swung out wide to Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Hold it ready.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Steps away. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
They'll try and throw for it, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Well, now how about this return? And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now, the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the 1st time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw here. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground. sight that many call the loudest in the NFL. We are
I'm playing all the
inside
Super Bowl teams with the Cowboys.
I get soda.
The ones from, yeah, the ones that went to the Super Bowl. Now Kansas City not.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff running through the middle. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. This one complete to McCole Hardman. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to be.
Welcome, Monica.
It's just so it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there. Someone always trying to get to the football.
James, welcome in.
Find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to get this to the 31. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Mahomes now on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this a spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw it. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to be 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Welcome, Nilo.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Pollard again. And he's got room. Get him, but he takes it to the 25. 51 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Now on 2nd and 16, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one. It wasn't 3rd and long. It was more like 3rd and attainable. And oftentimes offense just want to run enough to pick up a first down. But I think they wanted a break tendency there. Catch the defense plan for the short pass and push it downfield, and they almost collected a big play.
Going for it with McKinnon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Mahomes now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick 6 for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monsters, we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it home.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one told me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And again, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they were able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try to run with McKinnon. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So many times defensive backs get caught playing the man, they get a putback, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
Yep, as a result, knocks it down. Final play of the half. Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
They'll throw now on the final play. And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for 2, but they do get it. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On first down, Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Mahomes going to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes finding Mecole Hardman. And the Chiefs are back within a score.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll need a big play here back in the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Fourth down, Prescott. Open man is Noah Brown. He's at the 40. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now again here to Pollard. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's the... And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, but there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes around this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Here comes Tony on the return.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 63 yards.
And the Cowboys use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time.
Well, the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott down.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Now Mahomes.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
Welcome, Rock Just Living. Welcome in.